Hey guys, I promised I'd do a quick video. Sorry about the glare, about the ATOTO head unit that I have installed in my '06 Tundra. So this ATOTO head unit, the reason why I think it's a little bit different than, jump in the truck here, than the other head units that I've installed before is this is specifically made for a newer Toyota, or I guess that, you know, not so brand new before they went to the big old screens and stuff, but for a newer-ish Toyota. So if you know the 2000 to '04 has a smaller opening. So essentially, just imagine like this is covered by panel, this is covered by the panel, and but this one is slightly wider. So you get this whole like half an inch on this side, half an inch on this side that fills out the whole opening. Otherwise, if you have an '05 or '06, then you'll need to get like a separate kit that covers the essentially the open gaps on each side. Anyway, I promised I'd do a video for the guys on the forum on this. I'm not, the purpose of this video is just to go over some installation highlights, not really going to go through like every single wire, every single nitty gritty, but to show you some of the items to expect when you're installing this. So this is my 4x4 double cab. Installed the aftermarket Amazon tailgate latch backup camera there, which everything about this install is essentially plug and play except for two areas. One of them is you have to tag the power for that camera in the reverse light, which I just did behind this light right here, and then run the wire all the way down. And you can run it along the factory wire harness loom right there. It goes all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to there, all the way down to there underneath. And I'll show you underneath. You'll see right there where I need to do a better job of wrapping up those wires. So that ends up coming out of a grommet that's over here, which then you can run up along the dash and into the center console. So the only thing that you need to buy in terms of harnesses is, let me open this up, is this Metro wire harness. It's the only thing you need to buy. And this is called the 70-8117. Also, you might want to pause this if you want the part number for this unit, which is right there. This is the ATOTO A5L Lite, or A5L. And now the tricky part that I had to figure out with this install is because it has the JBL basically sound system. Here's Cooper. Behind this rear panel here. So the amp is just underneath this tray area. When you open up this, when you fold up the seat, pull out this panel, it's really just pulling this out and everything else is clips. You can get to a fat harness that's back there. So I would unplug them both because the top one I believe is the power supply for that amp, and if you're not using it, no need to power it up. But the bottom one is all your speaker outputs. So those speaker outputs, I mean, the harness itself is like pretty fat. You're given a bunch of wires, like a loom of something like, I don't know, 2 dozen pairs, so 24 wires or so that you'll need to run. You need to plug it into that harness, which is plug and play, and run it all along here, all along there. And this big kind of fat harness, I routed all the way through here, which then goes to the back of the head unit. Now, you need the head unit needs to power those speakers. And something that I've learned is that that amplifier in the JBL is actually a 6-channel amplifier, I believe. So it has channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, 4, and then the rears are 5 and 6. So most OEM, basic stereo systems nowadays, especially the older Toyotas, these are incorporated into just one channel, and the passive crossover is somewhere here, or a capacitor here, and daisy chains up to there, whatever. But in my case with the Toyota, and this is how I had wired it incorrectly before, is I didn't know that. I believe I just wired the output of the stereo directly to the bottom midwoofer, which eventually ran it as a full range. Now, I bought this. This is kind of like the cheaper Amazon unit. These are passive crossovers. I'll show a picture of them here somewhere. And what that ends up allowing us to do is that head unit can split into two channels passively for powering the tweeter and powering the midwoofer. And trust me, it sounds so much better, light years better than how I ended up wiring it before. I don't know if many of you guys probably already know that. I'm not sure. But if in case you didn't, it's an important note. Now, also, this head unit, let me see if I can turn it on here, um, also allows you to use the factory steering wheel controls. And there's actually a harness that comes with this head unit that's plug and play. You just have to cut off the other end of the Toyota side and plug it into the, I believe it was orange and brown and black. And the black just goes to ground in the back of this head unit. And it allows everything to work. So the screen is fantastic. It's actually much better than I expected. I thought this would be kind of a matte one. And um, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the video got cut off because as I turned on the car, the Bluetooth paired itself with the head unit and it screwed up the whole recording. So anyway, what I meant to say was everything is generally plug and play. The head unit was on sale and I think is still on sale at this moment for $160-ish with like $60 of a coupon off for Amazon, and that's like $100, and it's just insane because this is a pretty decent head unit for that much. It's really amazing how far things have gone. So that's pretty much it. I believe you guys should be able to handle the wiring and everything, or find someone that can. If you have any questions, do me a favor, just post them in the comments. I'll do my best to reply. And if this kind of video helps you guys out, you know, do the whole like thing. So at least I know that this is helping some folks. I'm not a YouTuber, but it does kind of, you know, help me understand who's watching these. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.